The year is 2024, a year that many thought would bring new beginnings, but instead, it has brought a sense of déjà vu. The United States, still grappling with the aftershocks of the pandemic and a world in flux, finds itself at a familiar crossroads. The streets, once bustling with life, now echo with the silence of uncertainty. The American flag, a symbol of resilience, flies at half-mast, a somber reminder of the lives lost and the challenges ahead. Donald Trump, defying the odds and the pundits, has once again captured the presidency. His return to the political arena has been nothing short of dramatic, with rallies that reignited the fervor of his base and election results that stunned the nation. His victory, fueled by a potent mix of economic anxieties, cultural grievances, and a promise to restore American strength, has sent shockwaves through the nation and the world. The streets are filled with both jubilation and dissent, as supporters celebrate and protesters voice their fears. The political establishment, still reeling from his first term, is left to grapple with the implications of a second Trump act. The halls of Congress buzz with heated debates and urgent discussions as lawmakers try to navigate the new political landscape. Allies are left wondering what this means for the global order. European leaders convene in urgent meetings, while NATO headquarters hums with activity as they try to anticipate the shifts in international relations. And adversaries, from Beijing to Moscow, are calculating their next moves. In the corridors of power in China and Russia, strategies are being devised to counter the unpredictable nature of Trump's foreign policy. The world watches with bated breath as Trump, a man who has upended political norms and rewritten the rules of engagement, prepares to take center stage once more. World leaders, gathered at summits, exchange wary glances, knowing that the geopolitical chessboard is about to be reshuffled. The stakes, both at home and abroad, have never been higher. The Capitol building stands as a silent witness to the unfolding drama, while the streets below are a battleground of clashing ideologies. The future, as uncertain as ever, hinges on the decisions made in the Oval Office over the next 4 years. Every signature, every executive order will shape the destiny of a nation and its place in the world. The question on everyone's mind: will it be a return to the turbulence and triumphs of his first term, or will Trump 2.0 chart a different course? Only time will tell. The memories of his first term, filled with both controversy and achievement, linger in the minds of many. But one thing is certain: America and the world are in for a wild ride. The White House, the epicenter of power, stands ready for the next chapter as crowds gather, eyes glued to screens, waiting to see what unfolds. Trump, never one to shy away from bold pronouncements, has promised an economic boom unlike any other. His speeches are filled with grand visions of prosperity and growth, painting a picture of an America that is stronger and more self-reliant. Tax cuts, deregulation, and a hard-nosed approach to trade deals, he argues, will unleash American entrepreneurial spirit and propel the economy to new heights. By reducing the tax burden on businesses and individuals, Trump believes that innovation and investment will flourish, leading to job creation and higher wages. His supporters, many of whom feel left behind by globalization and technological change, are counting on him to deliver on these promises. They see his policies as a way to restore the American dream, bringing back jobs to rural areas and revitalizing small towns that have been struggling for years. They see in Trump a fighter, a businessman who understands the language of the boardroom and will prioritize American jobs and prosperity. His background in real estate and business gives them confidence that he can negotiate better deals for the country and protect American interests on the global stage. However, critics point to the ballooning national debt and the widening gap between the rich and poor under his previous administration. They argue that the benefits of his economic policies are not evenly distributed, with the wealthy and large corporations reaping the most rewards. They argue that Trump's policies primarily benefit the wealthy and corporations, while leaving working-class Americans vulnerable. The tax cuts, they say, have led to increased corporate profits and stock buybacks, but have not significantly improved the financial situation of the average American worker. The global economy, already grappling with supply chain disruptions and geopolitical uncertainty, adds another layer of complexity. Trade wars and tariffs have strained relationships with key trading partners, leading to uncertainty and volatility in the markets. Whether Trump can replicate the economic growth of his first term, or whether his policies will exacerbate existing inequalities, remains to be seen. The challenges are significant and the stakes are high, with millions of Americans' livelihoods hanging in the balance. The economic stakes are high, and the outcome will have a profound impact on the lives of millions of Americans. As the nation watches and waits, the future of the American economy hangs in the balance with the potential for both great success and significant hardship. Immigration, a defining issue of Trump's first term, is sure to remain a flashpoint in his second. Expect a continuation of his hardline approach, with a focus on border security, increased deportations, and restrictions on legal immigration. The border wall, a potent symbol of his presidency, will likely see renewed efforts for completion. Trump argues that these measures are necessary to protect American jobs, communities, and national security. Opponents, however, denounce these policies as inhumane and counterproductive. They argue that Trump's rhetoric demonizes immigrants, tears families apart, and damages America's reputation as a nation of immigrants. The debate over immigration is likely to be as heated and divisive as ever, with both sides deeply entrenched in their positions. The outcome of this debate will have far-reaching consequences for the fabric of American society and the lives of millions of immigrants seeking a better life. Trump's vision of American energy dominance is likely to be a cornerstone of his second term. This vision is built on the premise of making the United States the world's leading energy producer, reducing reliance on foreign oil, and ensuring energy security for the nation. Expect a renewed push for increased domestic oil and gas production, coupled with a rollback of environmental regulations that he argues stifle economic growth. This approach aims to unleash the full potential of America's vast natural resources, creating a boom in the energy sector. Trump's supporters, particularly in energy-producing states, applaud this approach. They believe that by prioritizing energy production, the administration can bring prosperity to their communities, which have long been dependent on the energy industry for jobs and economic stability. They see it as a path to energy independence, lower energy prices, and a resurgence of American jobs in the energy sector. Lower energy costs could also benefit consumers nationwide, reducing the cost of living and boosting disposable income. However, environmental groups and scientists warn of the dire consequences of unchecked fossil fuel extraction. They argue that the short-term economic gains are outweighed by long-term environmental damage, which could have devastating effects on ecosystems and human health. They argue that Trump's policies will accelerate climate change, pollute air and water, and jeopardize the health and well-being of future generations. The increase in greenhouse gas emissions could lead to more extreme weather events, rising sea levels, and loss of biodiversity. The debate over energy policy is a microcosm of the larger ideological battle between economic growth and environmental protection. This ongoing conflict highlights the challenges of balancing immediate economic needs with the imperative to protect the planet for future generations. Trump's second term will likely determine whether America embraces a sustainable energy future or doubles down on fossil fuels, with potentially irreversible consequences for the planet. The choices made in the coming years will shape the nation's energy landscape and its environmental legacy for decades to come.